Hey YouTube. The reason why I'm doing this video is to finish up on Black Isn't Black. At least do another part to it, at least. Um, when I started saying that when you're on Section 8, that's a part of the government giving you money for housing, right? And they try to make you a whore, mammy, or maid. It's like this. I was on Section 8 for years. I had to survive off of $260 a month. I had 3 children. I had no other income coming in other than those 3 children. They was giving me food stamps and Medicaid. That's it. But I had to survive off of $260. If I were to go on welfare, they would have only brought it up to $303. There was times when my kids did not have Pampers. There was times when I could not afford to pay the light, the water bill, and provide for my children and give my children the things that they need. Because these people think that if they're giving you something, it has to be way, way low. So imagine having a 15, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, and you have $303 coming in a month, and you have to buy that child school clothes for school. Government doesn't give you any money for that. You have to buy pads for the children and stuff like that. And you have to do all that under $303, and the cost of living is way higher. Or you have a newborn baby and you have like 3 small infant children all still in diapers. You're trying to get them out of the pull-ups, the diapers, or whatever the case may be. And you have to buy boxes of diapers. Diapers now cost a minimum, and I mean these are cheap diapers. You're gonna spend at least $20. But you only get $303. You have to wash clothes, to actually wash clothes for a month for yourself as well as 3 other people for a month, and you only get $303. And that's them trying to force you into some kind of illegal activity, trying to force you into doing something you may not want to do. You know, I know women that had to sell their food stamps and stuff like that to survive because $303 isn't going to cut it. And that system hasn't changed because guess what? When you get older, our older people are going through this same situation too, where they're only giving maybe $1,000, $1,500 a month, when the true balance that they're supposed to be giving is $3,700 and some dollars for Social Security if you're disabled, and that's the minimum amount. But our people never see that type of money. Our people see, oh, we're giving you $1,500 a month and you better do the best you can. And oh, don't think about getting a job, because if you get a job, we're cutting it off. Whatever we giving you, whether you sick or well. And that's something our people go through. So when I started looking into this and I started like asking questions, why are our black people constantly trapped in the projects? We constantly trapped in negative environments. We never really elevate. You know, even though we had the Section 8 program that's supposed to integrate our people into prosperous communities, integrate our people into an environment of productivity, that's the whole mission and the aim of a Section 8 voucher. The question now comes, we're not even allowed to enter into those communities. Because even if you get a nice place to stay, you have to pay $200 extra on top of the amount of that voucher to try to stay there. But they don't tell people that, because you can't tell them, look, I can't stay in a good community without paying $200 extra because the voucher amount is so low according to the owner. They won't be able to afford to pay the rent, maintenance, and the upkeep of the place, so they charge you $200 extra up under the table. Or if you get the voucher, it's gonna charge you, you get a place, but the place is infested with people that do drugs, doing all kinds of stuff, because you can't go into a community and a actual successful community and say, hey, you know, I'm on Section 8. I got a Section 8 voucher. But they're going to ask you, well, what kind of income you have? And if you say you don't have any income, they don't want you there. So that's another thing. So either way it goes, you're going to be blackballed into a piss poor community regardless. But the whole mindset of this is so that you can date and get a boyfriend. So you start dating a guy, right? He's piss poor because they don't create the type of men that is real good men no more. That's non-existent. That's part of the reason why I don't date. So you start dating this guy, and this guy got issues, you know, and now, right now, and with us dealing with the illumination, dealing with so many different things, it's having a male around you is probably a problem, whether it's family or not family, because these men now believe in prostituting out women and all kinds of stuff. So you start dating a guy, he might even prostitute you out because he has no respect for you. But he's giving you a couple of dollars, he's paying a couple of bills, and you're oblivious to. So that's one way they try to make us whores and stuff. And with you having sex with them, next thing you know, you end up pregnant. Now you're a mammy, got kids, a whole bunch of them, you know, and you probably was that before you even started dating the guy, you know, and stuff like that. So it's one piss poor dude after another piss poor dude. Or it's the fact that you're dating a deplorable grade of men, because first of all, they're under oppression, you're under oppression, so neither one of y'all can really be what you're expected to be or have anything, because both of y'all are in a piss poor situation. You ain't no different from him, but you're not probably doing some of the stuff he doing. He probably drinking, smoking, or whatever. You're probably not doing that, but that's something you're inviting into your home. Spirits that you're inviting into your home, unclean stuff you're inviting into your home every time, because every time he comes in there, he bring that mess on him. He's carrying on. You got to call the police, and that's something I don't like either with these men. Men aren't men anymore. So every 5 minutes you got to call the police because they're brushing up on you, and the moment you sit up there and you do something to them, they're ready to take you to jail, but they don't realize that your life was in danger. You're not supposed to defend yourself against this dude who calls himself keep running up on you aggressive. So you got to keep calling the police and make enough police reports. So when you do something where you have to defend yourself, you're justified in it. But this is the same stuff. This is all black oppression. And black isn't black anymore, to keep us enslaved, to keep us down, and to keep us oppressed. So I'm going to continue on doing this, but at the same time, I want to talk more on the subject of what's really taking place with our women, what's really taking place in our black communities, what's taking place with our children, and everything, because I'm sick and tired of going through it. Stay woke.